This season is shaping up to be one of the worst flu seasons in a while, according to the Centers for Disease Control. And combined with the coldest days of winter upon us, it's no surprise that Americans are concerned about staying healthy and germ-free. Yet the workplace is often overlooked as a common source of germs. Get this, in a typical year, the flu virus is responsible for 70 million work days lost and an estimated $10 billion in lost office productivity. How can we combat this crazy flu? We're going to chat with Dr. Charles Gerba. He's a professor in the departments of soil, water, and environmental science at the University of Arizona. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hello. How are you doing today?
Doing all right. The office clearly is the main place that we need to focus on.
Yeah, I think because studies by Staples have shown that about 80% of workers will go to work when they're sick. And even if they stay home for a few days, many of them will come back to work while they're still contagious. So it's very conducive for viruses like the flu viruses to spread through the office environment. That's why it's really important to develop a strategy. Business managers should really be aware that they can help prevent the spread of colds and flus in the office by informing employees how important it is to keep surfaces in their hands clean, because that's how you pick up the flu virus. You get it on your hands from touching surfaces that somebody had the cold or flu. You get it on your fingers, and you bring your fingers to your nose, mouth, and eye, and very effectively transmit the cold virus. You can do that about once every 4 minutes. And I have here a bunch of products I think are very useful, at least from our studies, in the office environment to prevent the spread of colds and flus. One of those here is disinfecting wipes. They're really good for disinfecting your computer equipment, your phone, coffee break areas is a good idea, because people just don't do that enough. They should do it at least maybe twice a week during the flu and cold season. I think it's important to strategically place facial tissues so people can use them when they sneeze. Hand sanitizers is another good thing to have around on your desktop. Particularly, you can't get to the restroom every time you really should be washing your hands. And when you get to the restroom, I think it's a good idea to have automatic paper towel dispensers, automatic soap dispensers, so you don't keep touching same surfaces other people are touching all day, because that way you're going to be sharing germs with everybody in the office without really realizing it.
Are there any particular areas of the office where the virus seems to breed rather prevalently?
Well, the key area that we see where it first seems to come in an office is the coffee break room, because everybody goes in there. It's a communal area. Particularly the coffee pot handle seems to be a good one. Of course, if you are aware, that's probably the first thing you do in the morning is get a cup of coffee to get going. And so that becomes one of the more contaminated areas. That's why it's a good area to have disinfecting wipes and hand sanitizers available to the employees.
I'm going to go and spray down the coffee pot right now. You've inspired me to do that. Where can we get some more information, sir?
A lot of the information I talked about in a broad range of products that would be useful can be found by going to staples.com/flu center.
All right, well, beautiful. Hope you stay healthy this flu season. Hope everybody else does as well, although it's really already hit the KMR and NBC4 newsroom. So we'll see if we can get through without any more major catastrophes. Thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Coming up next, it's time to clean up your diet. If you're looking for a healthier way to eat, Gene Duncan is serving up a few tips for the whole family.